Darryl, it's hard to believe it's been almost 40 years. Did you have any indication driving to the rink that night from Mississauga that perhaps you were going to have as good a night as you did?
Well, you never have any indication. I was always the type you try to get there, do the best you can. But anytime you're playing an original six team in the Gardens on a Saturday night, coast to coast, hockey night in Canada, it's always a big game. So to beat the Bruins as badly as we did, to score 10 points, to have a record here 40 years later, I know I didn't think and realize the magnitude of it back then, but a lot of water under the bridge, and it's nice to be honored here tonight.
Yeah, Joe Bowen talked earlier tonight. We didn't have social media back then. Now, when did you become aware that you were on the verge of such greatness? What was going on in the second intermission before you went out there and recorded yet another hat trick?
Well, I had 5 points in the second period, so coming in I had 7 points, and I didn't know what the record was and really didn't pay much attention to it. But Stan Abodiak, our statistician, came over and said, "Darryl, I don't know if you know it, but if you got 7, if you get another one, you tie Rocket, who had the record back in the 40s." So that's when I knew, hey, I had a chance to do something special. Third period went out, another hat trick, and here we are today.
You know, what gets lost in all of this, Lanny and Boria had 4-point games, and Errol was pretty good as well. I think he had 3 points. They just sort of had to watch on and help you out.
Well, you know, when you talk about Boria and Ian and Lanny and Errol, the 5 of us, we were pretty potent offensively as a line, and you know, both of Lanny and Errol, or Lanny and Boria, are Hall of Famers. But it was just a special night. I mean, it's nice tonight. Dave Reese is going to be here. I haven't seen him in a number of years, but a good sport to come back and you know, and share it with us.
Did he really name his dog Sittler?
I'm going to ask him for sure tonight, but I'd heard that a few times, so I'll ask him.
76 was special. I mean, a few months later, April 22nd, you put 5 by a Hall of Famer in Bernie Perron. Then, of course, we know what you did September 15th in the Canada Cup and the Czechoslovakian game, and Vladimir Zarilla. Do you separate all 3 in terms of how special each of them were?
Yeah, that was quite a, 4 or 5 months, and in the meantime, my daughter Megan was born in March '76 also. But I think the Canada Cup goal, representing your country, coming off the '72 series, all of Canada was watching. I think it was probably one of the best teams Canada ever assembled. I think 18 or 19 guys have gone on to the Hall of Fame. But to score the goal, win the tournament, was unfortunate to be on a Stanley Cup team, but a Canada Cup team was pretty cool.
Go back to your rookie year. You're given the number 27 by then General Manager Jim Gregory. I mean, that was quite an honor because you were replacing Frank Mahovlich. How did you feel about then? It must have been a heck of a confidence booster to get the number. Well,
as a first-round pick, I was just kind of a shy, quiet kid, hoping to have the opportunity to make the team. And I'll always remember that moment. Jim took me down to the Leaf dressing room for the first time, which is exciting to begin with. And he said, you're going to be sitting over there. And I looked and I saw the 27 sticking out. And there was a special feeling to think that, hey, as a first-round pick, knowing what Frank had done and what he meant to this organization, it was an honor for me to wear 27. I'm glad it turned out the way it did.
We had a great chance to talk with Dave Keon last week. How important was he to you in your rookie year in terms of helping you integrate to the NHL?
Well, I feel kind of fortunate. When I came in '70, they just come off a cup in '67, so a number of those players were still there. I learned quite quickly the importance of the tradition, the history, the guys that played before them, and what it was to be a Maple Leaf and to see their work ethic. And Keon, he was one of the hardest workers, even though he had been in the league a number of years. And I just stay out after practice and watch him work, and I learned a lot from Davey. And it was sorry to see him go, and it's really great to see him back. Legends Row wouldn't be complete without him, so I'm glad that they're going to honor him with a statue.
Well, February 7th, 1976 was a special night. We know tonight will be special as well. Welcome back and congratulations, and have fun out there.
Yeah, what's nice, a lot of the guys that, everybody was invited back that played in that game, so it'll be nice to see a number of faces that I haven't seen for a while, and that they can enjoy the moment too. So.
Thank you, and enjoy.
Great, thank you.